By the way, is it Eastern time or? Yo, what's up, Creaky Dog? What's up, Viz Dash? How are you guys doing? All right, we're going live right now. We're gonna go and read all of the stuff on the Township tale answers. I'm stepping away from Starfield for a second to do this, and I gotta say, the Starfield is very mid, very like it's good, but like I almost expected a little more. Like there's instantly just playing it instantly right off the bat, I could tell there's like a few things I'm just like, why did they do that? I don't know. And for one, their landing screens were fine. I think their landing screens are really good. But they're like traveling across space shots. They're so crappy. But yeah, we're gonna read some of the Township tale stuff. You guys aren't here for Starfield. If you're gonna hear it for Starfield, go watch my live streams. My past two, which my one from this morning was really boring. I need to do another live stream and like actually get the energy. I gotta get energy when I get into live streams. If I don't have energy, then live streams are boring. So we're gonna do stuff. Not sure why I decided to put answers in quotes. Okay. Let's go to desktop view really quick. It's funny. Not sure why you put answers in quotes. Sorry, I mean, no offense. Oh, already Cody just being like, wait, why'd you put answers in quotes? I wanted to go to the answer section. Like, okay. I don't know, I guess it's very condescending of me. I am sorry, Cody. I did not mean to be, this is not pre-recorded, Creaky Dog. No, this is not pre-recorded. We're actually live and we're talking. So how's everybody doing? Let's go into what do you call the answer section? Here we are, answer section. We got a lot of answers to go through. From Derek. Hello, Derek at Alta VR. Let's see. Hello, all. Great to meet you, and thanks for all the questions. I managed to get through about 50 of them, and I'm going to start posting them now. All right. Are we going to get a roadmap at some point? Yes, but it's going to be a bit vague. We have 3 categories: next, planned, and future. Next is stuff we're working on right now. Planned is stuff we know we want to do after that and have had some thought attached to them. Is that a very big run-on sentence? This is a very run-on sentence. And future is everything else. Okay. Just a really quick thing. There is it's such a website called feedback.townshiptale.com. This used to be basically the roadmap right here. Like, it literally has a roadmap tab, which is this. And you can tell there's nothing planned. I don't think they've used this website for the past who knows how long. So yeah, that's kind of funny how it just like hasn't moved on. So yeah, I don't know. So that's a thing. I don't know if people knew that existed, but it exists. All right. All right, next question. Will important information be put in announcements in future? We're going to provide a better release notes and future descriptions when we make future releases. It's kind of funny. So a Township Tale has gone on a roller coaster ride of like how good they've been when it comes to like actually delivering information about a Township Tale. In the beginning, they were amazing. They had literally live streams and questionnaires where they would answer questions about the game with Joel and Boromir. I think those are the 2 at the time. Yeah. And then now we have Joel. Boromir, I don't know what happened to Boromir, but I know we have Joel still doing his thing. And yeah, I don't know. So, so they were doing those at the time. And then eventually they stopped doing that and they went to release notes, like actual patches and such. And they were really in-depth detailed. They were very good. And then they got to undetailed. And then now they're trying to be like, we're trying to do patch notes. And I think the problem is that whoever's doing these patch notes doesn't know what's in the releases. Now, this is some of my experience, since I'm a software developer, and I'm actually in charge of my application that I work on. I'm in charge of doing the release notes and the releases. Like, I release the product, or the update of the product. And I can tell you right off the bat, from my knowledge of that understanding, I don't know what the changes are in the release, like on a very rudimentary level, or on a very like specific level. I know them on a high level. I mean, I know a little bit vaguely about them. I don't know what's actually going on underneath the hood. And that's what happens oftentimes with these kind of release notes, is these, whoever is writing the release notes doesn't know the specifics of the release notes. They're just given a change. I mean, like some other developer made a change and they're like, oh, okay, I got this change, let's put that here, and then they release it. So that's like a little bit of the under the hood, what it looks like, at least to some, and everything. And so that's kind of, I don't know, that's just it right there. When is Forest coming to Quest? Never. I don't know when Forest will come to Quest. We'll see. Bormy is said to still be a part of the company, but on an extended leave. Yeah, if you didn't know, Alta has a website, altavr.io. I check it out occasionally just to see if they changed the website. I don't think they have changed the website. So if I go to their team section, you'll see the CEO, COO, so Chief Executive Officer, Chief Operating Officer. Wait, Chief, I think is that COO, and Head of Production. You got these people doing their stuff. You got there's Joel, nice solid Joel. You have a bunch of these other guys. I don't know these other guys too much. I know some of them are all these guys, are some of these guys original? I don't know if they're original or not. I know there's a few guys from the beginning. He kind of seems familiar. I don't know, maybe not. I don't see Bormy on this list anymore as part of the team though. So yeah, I don't think I think he might be a shareholder, but he might not be a shareholder, meaning he might own part of the company, but he doesn't actually participate in any kind of things in the company. So I don't know. I think that, I don't know exactly. I don't know details. That's just my guess, my estimated guess. But yeah. It got updated to remove some people, and those without company photos don't have a set date in mind. Yeah, Tarina, Joel, and Tima are some of the OGs. Yeah, true. I think Tima's the one that does all of the cosmetics, isn't it? If I remember correctly. I don't know. I feel like I remember that being one of the things. Let's go through the questions, though. We can talk a little bit more later afterwards. Will this Q&A be a regular occurrence? We'd like to schedule these on a more regular basis. We know we have been quiet for some time and want to change that. Okay, that's good. That's good. What are your thoughts on lack of transparency regarding the game's mechanics and systems? Do you think that the current system of blind experimentation and exploration is good for a Township tale? Do you plan on adding some more future onboarding information? And if so, will the game retain some of the more mysterious properties that it currently has? So, whoever asked this question, I don't know who asked this question. I'm kind of confused, just like as like me understanding, like, you know, I've been around for a few years with this game. My understanding of just like, what's so mysterious about the game? There's really not much mysteriousness about it. So, I don't know. Maybe like they think it's more, I don't know. I don't understand too much about what's going on there, but yeah. Do you have a general idea? Okay, let's read the answer. We are experimenting with a new tutorial system that will chunk down the onboarding into more manageable bits. It's kind of interesting that they use the word onboarding. Onboarding is used when you're in a company and you're trying to train somebody to a position. That's what onboarding is. You don't onboard somebody to a game, but it kind of makes sense because this game, you really do have to be onboarded to understand how the game works and a lot of the mechanics. The mechanics are very hard to do and stuff. Like, it took me, what were some of the hardest ones for me to understand? I understand smelting fairly easily. Actually, not entirely. I had the hardest time understanding what, like, the symbol X blah 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 meant or whatever. It was very hard for me to understand. Actually, it was just, yeah, it was a hard understanding. I watched a lot of YouTube videos to understand it, and then once I watched enough YouTube videos of other people just playing the game, I eventually started making the tutorial videos myself. But yeah, it will allow us to roll out these bits when they are done, rather than a massive revamp that takes us a long time to action. I don't think this will negate any of the mystery or self-discovery that the game has. That's good. It would be cool if that got a big update. What do you think? A Township Tale got a big update that made it open world and there's different towns and stuff. That would be interesting. That could be possible with the lore, in like my understanding of the lore, depending. But I don't know. There's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be focused on one people in a valley. That's the main thing. But I could see how they could do something like that. You just got to be careful about the server load, because having that many assets in 2 towns load at the same time, like if people are in both towns like separated, it could be a big overload on the servers that they're using. But yeah, do you have a general idea on the release date for the next major update? If so, what would it possibly consist of, and what may come next? We're making some changes to the hunger state based on a bunch of feedback we got from you. I kind of wish they wouldn't change that. I don't think that they should focus on hunger state, but whatever. But I would not consider that a major update. Downed state and the new tutorial system are the bigger updates coming up. That's interesting. So I don't know what down state means. Down state? And the new tutorial system and are the bigger updates coming up, but I don't have a definite schedule for you other than those things that are coming up next. I know this vagueness sucks, but ATT has a lot of development done to it over many years, and sometimes things that look simple are anything but and can take longer than expected, not only to implement but to bug test and polish for release on all platforms. Is it Township Tale on Pico? I don't know. Is it Township Tale on Pico? Can anybody answer that for me? Wait, there's lore. Yeah, there's a ton of lore, man. Go watch my lore videos. I got a bunch of lore videos. I feel like it wouldn't be good to split a server of 8 people across multiple towns. That's probably true. That's a good point, Vizdash. That would be cool. I believe that it's referring to a downstate as the revival system. Maybe is downstate the revival system? That might be true. Crap, I was gonna look up something. So he says, oh yeah, I was gonna look at the Pico, or if the Township Tale was on Pico store. Pico store. Software, do they have a Township Tale? I'm kind of wondering. Pico VR. I don't know. I'm trying to understand like the game experience. Most popular. Rick, do they not have a search button? Is the Township Tale on Pico? Does anybody know that? I'm just gonna ask. I'm just gonna ask. Bing AI chat. Is a Township Tale on Pico VR or whatever? I'm kind of curious. It is on Pico. There wasn't any marketing for it. Ah, I see. I think I found it. Yeah, Township Tale Pico store. Interesting. It's the same update as it's the same as Quest. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. So I was just kind of wondering because they said all platforms, and I was just like wanted to double check that. So this is a good, interesting point. So it's very okay. I do think a revival system is a great thing to implement, but a new tutorial system is very interesting because you have a small player base for a Township Tale, and then you have people that get the game because they're curious, or they might have seen a video on a Township Tale. There's really not much marketing for a Township Tale. Like I know there was marketing for a Township Tale during the Quest 2 when it first came out on Quest 2, and that was like a big push. But I don't know if there's that much like actual new players coming in. So it's kind of interesting that they redo a whole tutorial system. Because if they redo the whole tutorial system and they don't up their game as far as marketing, then I really think they're wasting a lot of time with tutorial system. That's my opinion of the matter. So like if they would do the whole new tutorial system, I really think that it would be very good of them to reach out to big Township Tale creators. Like I would love to be reached out to, but just like reach that like on a very like methodological standpoint for like companies. Like you want like if you're why would you redo a tutorial system for our existing player base that knows the systems? So it's like why would you do that? And then but if you really want to get more people playing the game, then yes, it would be a need. You would want a good tutorial system to bring people into the game, and then from that tutorial system maybe have public servers, maybe a server that's a little bit more beefy that people can be shuttled off to, because that was another big pain point when playing a Township Tale. Is new players might join the tutorial world, but then they're done with the tutorial world. They have no idea what to do. They jump on their own server. What server do they jump on? They have no idea what server to jump on. So that's like one of the big issues that I think that they would have. So they kind of like, as well as the tutorial system, they kind of need to figure out how they can shuttle new players to a world that works for them, like friendly players, or just like public servers that, like, I don't know, are actually managed by a Township Tale themselves, or like the Ulta company themselves. I don't know. There's a question and answer far down the list that will make the new tutorial systems additions that make more sense. Okay, I'll keep reading on then. But I don't know, that's just my opinion of the matter with the new tutorial system. All right, where are we off to right now? So will Alta logs come back? Probably not at this time in the same format. All right, cool. Can you confirm or deny housing, fishing, swimming, and or crafting armor coming sometime in the future? These are not on the next or planned part of the roadmap, but we are discussing them all. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's just something that in conversation probably at the company. They're probably talking about them, but they're not actually developing it actively. They're trying to work on some other stuff, I imagine. But yeah. What are you most excited about in the Township Tale future that you can talk about or hint at? Okay, where is the most excited? The success that you all have helped us achieve with the Township Tale is truly humbling and gives us so many options going forward. I'm excited by the confidence you have in us, as it also gives confidence in our investors and our future. Okay, I'm going to be very frank right now. That is a horrible response. I'm actually gonna downvote that. Who's the other person that downvoted this? By Omega and who? Is that? I don't know who this is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Okay, let me explain why this is, or where is it? A horrible response. So basically, somebody is asking, what are you excited about for a Township Tale's future? And I had a question about that. Where do you see a Township Tale in 5 years, 10 years, etc., blah, 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 for at least the company, at least. And if a upper management person says, oh, we're excited because you guys are excited, when there's not that much excitement, like, I don't know, when I'm in the general forum, looking at general forums and other people reacting to videos and whatnot, it does not feel like excitement. It does not feel like that at all. So when a manager perceives that as excitement, and that they're like excited because in the confidence we have in them, it's a very blanket, crappy statement. Which I think people are seeing the BS right here. That question mark, like that, I'm guessing that's what this question mark is right here too. Like this stone-faced, like mad. That is a horrible response, I gotta say. Like he probably should retract that answer and like just not answer the question. Like you are better off not answering that question than to respond in that crappy manner, because like that's just the most blanket statement. Just be like, yeah, you're making us feel good and our investors feel good. We as gamers do not care about the investors. We don't care about the investors. This is a huge issue in a lot of big companies. A lot of big companies focus on their shareholders, their investors, and not on the gamers. And when that happens, gamers get annoyed with the companies, and the companies don't give a crap. And we can see that here. They don't give a crap. So that just they should really retract that. Like it's easy. We're not stupid. We're not stupid kids. We understand what this means, like when they say this. So yeah, I'm giving that a downvote and a question mark. Like, what the frick are you doing? And a mad face. I'm just doing all of them. It's just like, are you kidding me? All right. What is your favorite thing about Township Tale? Let's get that negative energy put aside. Let's keep on moving, guys. What is your favorite thing about Township Tale? Games like this live and die on their communities. The community is my favorite thing about Township Tale. Okay. Easy. All right, if you could bring any mythological real creature into the game, what would that be? Ooh. Me, I tend to go big. I like adventuring inside the carcass of a giant god. Whoa. Now that is some pretty crazy stuff right there. Wait, there's a, okay, no, I already read that. Okay, or on the back of a mammoth turtle. New adventures like that tend to really excite me, but they make programmers and designers freak out. Interesting. Interesting. So this guy's a very like optimistic like view of lore, I imagine. He probably likes the bigger thing of the lore, not the specific things. I like the specific things quite a bit. Like I like to find a little piece of lore and just build a story out of it. Like when I had the whole thing where like I saw like some rusty equipment on the ground, I would love to create the lore of like, oh, why is this rusty equipment here? Somebody must have been fighting blank, and then they fled here and they camped over here, and then they were, where did they go after that? They probably died right here. I don't know. I try to make a huge big piece of lore out of that kind of thing. But the game, I bet the guy hasn't even played. Okay, I imagine everyone that's working on Township Tale has played a Township Tale. But yeah, I don't know. That is a nothing burger answer. I love how you said burger answer. I don't know, for real. All right, but I don't know. That's kind of interesting. All right, let's move on. How far along is the Unity version update? It's close. We have upgraded the main trunk and are working through some issues that the upgrade has raised. Engine updates are never easy. Okay, that's solid. There are some ATT merch a while ago by the very talented Other Veil. Will we see more merch in the future? We have no plans at the moment, but it's a good idea. Yes, I think that they should do merch. I actually would love, actually, here's a little request to you, a Township Tale. I would love it if you had some merch and sent a shirt or something like that my way. So when I do a live stream like this, I can wear some Township Tale merch. I'd love to do that, but yet I don't have any. I actually tried to do the one competition thing that they did where they were giving away like a green Township Tale shirt of some sort, and I couldn't get it. And I'm like, darn it, I was gonna wear that during my next live stream with the Township Tale, but it didn't happen. So I think they should totally send me a shirt or something like that. Come on, guys. Alta? Shirt? I don't know. Just get in contact with me. You guys know how to get in contact with me. The community is my favorite thing about the game. Oh yeah, I already read that message there. Okay, could we be kept in the loop more with server issues? Do we need to be kept in the loop more about server issues? Whoever asked that, I guess like okay. As you have seen over the past kind of rocky 24 hours, James is on this. Yeah, we're kept in the loop pretty well with server issues, so I don't think that question is needed too much. Whoever was asking it, I don't know. Like it's like in the announcement section, like we see server maintenance issues, just maintenance stuff all the time, or the maintenance section itself. But yeah. Will there ever been community-based cosmetic voting design contest? When, if that continues? We are polishing up the final Halloween cosmetic updates. Once those are done, we will be reviewing future cosmetic bundles. Oh, dude, wait, is there a new Oh, dude, I gotta add reactions to this. I'm just like, yes. I gotta do fire. I gotta do love. I don't know. I gotta say, this is awesome. Just as response to the polishing the Halloween cosmetics, I feel like Halloween cosmetics are always the best in a Township Tale. Oh yeah, take my wallet, Alta. Yeah, like, I don't know. They're always the best. If you noticed, all of my cosmetics right now, I wear it on the SMP, the ATT SMP that me and Digi and Zog and all the other guys are on. Like, those are all from Halloween. That was all the Halloween update cosmetics. And it's super awesome. I love those ones so much. But yeah. And oh yeah, it does say final, which is semi-sad, but they do have a lot of cosmetics, so I'm not too worried about like them limiting the cosmetics, because they have a lot of cosmetics. Like, I'm not like, I don't know, if you don't own them all, then yeah, you're not even seeing what portion of them are. All right, let's go for the next one. Recently, a popular VR YouTuber made a video on the game, and their first experience was on a modded server with prefabs and bots. My question is if you have any concerns about the core experience being harmed or new players being potentially misled about content coming from bots console actually being in the vanilla game. Okay, we are happy to see our players enjoying the game any way that they are capable of. However, in the past, we have tried to limit the servers with console-enabled showing for other players and revert it because of a player's backlash on that decision. Yeah, that's about right. That's actually a pretty good answer. It's a very vaguish answer, but it's actually pretty decent. Like, just as an experienced player, knowing about the modded and botted servers a little bit, like, they are amazing, but they do take a little bit of understanding for the vanilla, and that it's good to limit that for vanilla or like new players to play it. And like, I like it that they are limiting that a little bit. Pumpkin hat would be cool. I think there's a pumpkin mask. If you didn't know. I wonder if he means last or final touches. Maybe he meant final touches. Final cosmetic. Maybe it's the final touches. I think that's probably what it means. This was my answer, and I'm upset with their answer. Wait. This one, like the VR. This one, like the bots and console. Is that was your question? Just let me know, VizDash, if that was your question. Like, I think it's fine, to be honest, though, because, like, I don't know. There's not that many new YouTubers in the Township Tale space. So, we'll see. We'll see where it is. Will the game receive more frequent updates like how it used to be a few years ago? We are planning smaller updates with more frequency than we have been putting out. Okay, yeah, that's about right. How different is the Township Tale's long-term vision when compared to 2020? We want to continue to make tweaks that alter from two objectives. Make the game more fun for those playing it, and make the game easier to play for newcomers. That's a very vague answer, to be honest, but like, I don't know. I don't know what else you can get out of that. I imagine, I don't know. I'm guessing, I didn't look at 2020. Like, what was 2020? Was 2020 when Quest came out, or is that right before Quest when they were like looking at doing housing update for PC VR because the Quest wasn't out yet, and that's what they were working on, or what Joel was working on, I think. Can't remember what 2020 was. But yeah, when is the next huge update for Quest, and what is it going to be like? I would like an ETA, please. Thanks. Okay. We've concentrated on making smaller changes in the near future on things like a down state and better tutorials. We'd really like to add Forest to Quest version to make it similar to PC version, but this is a little bit tricky on Quest, and we'd like to get it right. So it's going to take more time. As mentioned, providing ETAs are tricky, but we will let you know when we feel like we are closer to the release time. Interesting. Should I actually, I'm gonna state my opinion on some of these things. So they don't ever give their ETA, and understanding the development software development life cycle of a video game, I can see why they wouldn't give the development time or even show any development at all, because they're having a lot of software engineers that don't or like game developers, I guess, or whatever, that don't quite understand the whole infrastructure of the game. And when they don't understand the whole infrastructure of the game, then it's actually really hard to make updates on a quick basis and understand where you are in the update. Rather than a game that's developed by one person or maybe two people, they understand everything, so they're able to more easily update with a new feature and push out that feature really quick. So yeah, it was. I was referring to Habby making a video that was 451 views, and he was playing on modded servers, and near the end of his video he says he wonders how to do magic. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot that Habby made a video on the Township Tale, and that his experience was actually very, very it was like a very mid experience. It wasn't too good. I don't like their answer because it places the blame on the community for the backlash, when the reality was that they silently pushed that change to server discovery without consulting the community. Yeah, I gotta say, that Habby video, I was kind of excited that Habby made a video about the game, but I was very, very disappointed in how Alta took that video. Like, when you get your game covered by a big YouTuber like Habby, then you have to respond almost. You have to be like a thank you or something like that. But like, it was very limited. And I actually tried reaching out to Habby. I had the hardest time reaching out to him. I messaged him, but no response there, sadly. But like, it was really not that well received in like they could have done so much more with it. You gotta look at the, like when Habby did Veil created a cosmetic just for Habby. Veil was like, thank you Habby and stuff like that. And like Veil doesn't need to do that, but you can see that they're more active in like pushing out like the whole like, I don't know, like just like they want to show that they care about the community. And you don't see that with a Township tale. You don't see Alta reaching out too much. You have a couple people who keep the community in the Discord going, like Cody, he does great. And a bunch of the guys, I just know Cody mainly just because I see a lot of his messages whenever I'm in the media discussion. That's where I hang out most of the time, is media discussion. But I know there's a bunch of other, like was it James or something like that they hang out in like the supporter chats, and they do a lot of stuff there. But it's just really sad. I don't see like that. I don't see that interaction outside of the Discord. And I feel like if a company really wants to grow, like their player base, they want to grow their income, they need to reach outside of just their little niche. They need to reach outside and pull people in and make it more welcoming to come in. But they're not doing that, and the current people that are playing are putting negative vibes out because they're like, oh, we're not getting updates, it sucks. So it's very hard to make that change. And what they can do is reach out to creators. They can reach out to more influential people to try to lighten that mood, try to get some more hope up for the community. Like I love the game and what they've done with it enough that I'm just gonna try to create, you know, overarchingly positive content because I respect the game. But I don't want to put I almost would want to put negative content out, but I know that it's not going to do any good for it. And I want them to like reach out and just be like, hey, let's do a interview. Let's do a little podcast thing where we actually talk about the state of the game and like, you know, what we're thinking about, just like thinking the community and just play with the community, just play a game. Like literally, if like, I think that it would be really cool. Like it'd be fun for my channel, of course, but it would be really cool if me, maybe Digiteron, maybe Zog, or like even a couple other people that are in the community that I don't know of too much, like whether other Veil or Hazy, or like a bunch of us get together with like a couple people from the Alta team. I don't know, like if it's Joel himself, that'd be cool. If it wasn't Joel, just like anybody, Cody, just so we all get together, do a fun little playthrough. I don't know, go through the mines, go to the tower, and just play through, have fun, and just post a playthrough video. I think those videos do a lot for, and like, you just thumbnail it, playing with the devs in a Township Tale in 2023. Like, I think those videos really make and promote the game a ton more than what they've ever done before. I think preserving vanilla, this is a Viz Dash on the chat. I think preserving the vanilla experience is an important thing, and I wish we went more in depth with possible changes to their approach towards the controversial part. Yeah, that's probably about right. Yeah, I agree. They should have used that video to their advantage and promoted it on their socials or interacted with them. Yeah, because it's interesting, because the only interaction I've ever had with Alta and my videos specifically was I made a video defending their slow approach to developing for Quest. And I was talking about the software development lifecycle for like software developers, game developers, of like how long it takes to migrate software to new platforms and such. And when I made that video, they reached out to me and said, like, they gave me a thank you. And that was very meaningful to me. Like, I'm just like, they do listen. But that was a year ago. Now, like, or maybe a little less than a year ago. I think it was like last year, November or something like that. So a little less than a year ago. And I don't see that sort of contact happening other than like maybe in the Discord if I directly ping them and at them or something like that on something. And it really, I just don't see that connection point. And I really wish they would see that connection point. What are your opinions about the state of the game right now? I'll answer that question in a second. It's Psycho. But like yeah, it's just like it would be nice if they reached out. It would be nice if if I saw the I don't know, the Township Tale YouTube channel, if they still have access to it. There is a YouTube channel of theirs, but if they actually like use that channel to like comment on videos that are like, you know, decent videos, like Happy's video, maybe Digiteron's videos, because Digiteron is always putting out really solid videos for a Township Tale. Maybe some of our ATTSMP videos, just being like solid content, keep up the good work. Those are just those kind of things that like I can pin and show that, hey, this is a interactive community with the developers, but it's not. It's in reality it's not, or it doesn't seem like that. There should be programs for content creator support in the future. I have a weird opinion on content creator support programs with video games. I don't necessarily like them too much. I personally don't like them. I could give that reasoning later on, if you ask me again. But my state of the game, I think the state of the game is just fine. Just keep it as is. I just wish that they would play with the community more. I really kind of just wish that they would, you know, do some more stuff with just YouTubers, Twitch streamers, just people like that. Just played with them and like, I don't know, like actually like had some more outward stuff like on Twitter and whatnot. Because that, I feel like that really shows where developers are and such. But yeah. Yeah, all right, let's keep going through the questions. We can come back to the content creator, my opinion on content creator support another time, or maybe at the end of the video. Has there been any work on future updates with popular new content for PC? We're working to make all platforms the same, so any new content gets pushed to all platforms of the game, aka no. There's no new content for PC. Yeah, why did the Alta logo change? Did they change their logo? With us going from an indie dev status to a full studio that attracts the investment and attention of so many amazing people, we decided to rebrand. A rebrand was in order. Wait, because this is the old logo, right? They changed the wait, what? Alta. Oh, is this the rebrand? Like this? This is the logo in the top right or top left or whatever? Like, I love it how like this right here, crafting virtual worlds, that looks like a Zenith video. Like a Zenith thing. Even though they're not in Zenith. I don't know. Their website kind of sucks though for a developer, like a software development studio. Kind of sucks. And their careers, it's like in the COVID-19 hiring update, like, bro, update your website. Okay, I don't know if that's the new logo. I kind of, yeah, don't know. I feel like that rebrand is kind of meh. I say keep the old rebrand. I feel like those are the old colors, and like it's the colors of the Township Tale, at least I recognize. It's pretty solid. Yeah. That is the new one on the website. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna up the old thing. Actually, I probably should download the old thing. If they're gonna lose their rebrand status, I probably should download this as an icon just in case, so I can like use it in thumbnails or something like that. Will you have a regular update schedule after the revival feature gets added? Yes, as mentioned elsewhere, the release schedule will become more regular in future. Will definitely be a forthcoming about future work when it gets close to release, and we're comfortable it's working on all platforms. Okay, yeah. How much of the team is focused on actually updating the game, or why is it taking so long to update the Quest version? We have made several updates to the game over the past 2 months, and we expect to maintain that pace and have the updates be more substantial. It is worth noting that each time we update, we need to update for PC, Quest, and Pico versions, and each one has its own challenges. Okay, that makes sense. That actually must be really hard with Pico, I imagine, because there's really not that much Pico players. So just like seeing how it affects Pico will be very interesting. Do you have? Why do you say ATST server? Like, are you saying a Township Tale server? I do have a Township Tale server. It's a King's Tale. That's the Quest server that I have. It's go and watch the video for it. There's an announcement video for that, a King's Tale. Yeah, I really like the old one and the older design of the website. It was much more colorful and unique. I don't even think it was colorful. It was kind of more earthy styles of colors, which isn't colorful in my mind, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, I did like the old style and everything. Yeah, I guess that logo doesn't affect gameplay. Yeah. Is there gonna be crossplay between Quest and PC? Nothing promised, but we are looking at all options for crossplay. Stay tuned. Okay, I can answer this better than him. So, is there going to be crossplay between Quest and PC? Yes, at some point. They actually, so I think I can reveal this. On the supporter chat, there was at one point, like back in March, February, they enabled a crossplay server. So it was basically a Quest server that PC players could play on. So it wasn't PC playing on, or it wasn't Quest playing on PC. It was PC playing on Quest server, like that setup. That's what the difference was, and they did have that running. So is it possible? Yes. Is there issues? Probably. So yeah. It means a township tale. ATT is a township tale. You do know a township is one word, township is one word, and then tale is the third word, right? ATT, a township tale. That's what it is. I don't know, just like helping you out there. I find that answer very weird because I thought the crossplay server went well and that they were testing it internally. Yeah, because I got to play on that server. I can't remember. I think I played on PC. I can't remember what it looks like. I should have played a little bit more. I can't remember anything about it. I didn't make a video on it because I don't think they wanted us to make a video on it. I actually didn't realize they didn't want us to post anything about the revival system. And like I didn't ever get around to making a video, but then they're like, hey, you guys can now talk about revival system stuff. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize that there was a restriction on not wanting us to post about it. But I'm like, okay, I'll make a video about it. And that video did really well in performance. So I'm like very happy. But yeah, most people do ATT, not ATS. Yeah, he's right there. Okay, has the PC version been abandoned? The platform hasn't seen. Guys, these are all the same questions, just reworded. We don't need to answer these questions. Yeah, we don't need. Yeah, anything. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. All right. Will the forest or combat trail ever come to Quest? We currently have have forest as planned for Quest. I don't think it will be a procedurally generated system like PC, but more like a static forest as that has more handcraft experience. Combat Trials is further out. Wait, what? Oh, that's sad actually. I knew a lot of people wanted forest, but I don't think people realize that the combat trials are actually much more fun in a way, because the forest is just a bunch of trees with some days, like some deer. But the combat trials, it's a challenge. It is a combat trial. Like it's a dungeon, but there's no dungeon. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish that combat trials were closer on the planned list, but it's not. That's okay. All right, what is reviving coming to Quest? Correct. Blah blah blah. We're just gonna skip these questions because yeah. Will there ever be new ores? Enemies? Maybe. Nothing planned for next. Okay, so it's not really planned. Are arrows going to be fixed for PvP? Oh, this is a really tricky one. And for the moment, I'm going to say no. It's one of those things that is surprising can of worms that are much bigger problems than when you open them up. There are other bigger features that I would like to get sorted before we tackle this one. Interesting. I don't really work with arrows too much, so I'm not an arrow guy. So yeah. There was an embargo for a while. It's funny, I didn't see an embargo, so it's probably good that I didn't post a video, and I kind of hope that they pin the embargoes that they have, and I don't know how they would enforce it. Like, I guess they could delete my account. I guess they know what my account name is. We'll make a given. But yeah, I'd be very sad if they deleted my account. I wish they would just tell me to take down a video if they did it. But I haven't been asked that. I'm just saying that in the case that would happen. So yeah. So they're saying Forest is planned and Combat Trials is featured using the new roadmap terms, which goes against Boromir's initial release order back in 2021. What is roadmap? We don't have a roadmap technically. There was a roadmap, but it has been what's the word? It has been retracted. Yeah, it was taken away because I think they were looking at like what can't they do, and they found that certain things are better than other things. So yeah. Where were we? Will the game come to Steam? This is likely to happen next year. Yes. Okay. This is a huge thing right here. Will the game come to Steam? This is, so I was talking about earlier about how they need to get publicity. They need to get things out and like, so people can see it and everything. This is what they need to do. They need to post it to the Steam, because if you're going to be playing PC VR, how are you going to play PC VR? Probably through Steam, because it's Steam VR. And putting it on Steam will get a lot of new players to PC servers, and it would up so much more. Even if they just literally just put their like, how a lot of games how they currently work is they literally put their launcher under the Steam thing, so it's just a way to see the game. That's all it is. And just make sure people buy cosmetics through their website and not through Steam, because then they get a cut. They don't get a cut of the profit. So yeah, that's just my opinion there. I'm really hoping that comes quick and that it's going to affect really well. I'll probably make a video on that next year then. What are temporary plans for the game? Is there content that is planned to be added to solve problems and be removed later, such as large storage before a better housing implementation comes around? Is it difficult to push out updates, or is the process to send them out as simple as uploading the newest version? Like I mentioned before, we're looking at all the issues. Okay, then just the same answer as always. I kind of wish people would recognize that their questions have already been asked and that they could not post them, but I guess whatever, you know. Speech, freedom of speech. Do what you want. My questions were completely like way off topic, or not. It was a lot more vague, but a lot more friendly for him to answer. But well, I don't know. Also has a feedback page where players can submit bugs, ideas, issues. What ideas have you seen that caught your attention? Ooh, this would be interesting because this is the opinion one. There are a few things in there, like preventing the ability to steal backpacks and arrow damage, that I thought would be easy fixes, but have turned out to be challenging. It's still an amazing resource to have. That's a very boring answer. Okay, whatever. What are the chances that Alta will no longer support the Quest 1 headset? We are looking at all platforms we support really closely. It's evident we won't be able to support Quest 1 forever. I have been, oh my gosh. Drop support for Quest 1. Just drop it. You're not gaining anything by support for Quest 1. I imagine if you did a poll of how many players play a Township Tale in Quest 1, it would be barely 10 to 20 players like actively playing Quest 1. Like, Quest 1s, if they're still alive, that's crazy. How are they still alive? Why are you supporting Quest 1s? Like, Quest 2s are $350, $400. I don't know, something like that. They're cheap. Or like cheap compared to relatively to a lot of other devices and systems. But it's like, just drop support to Quest 1 and lots of your issues could be solved. Oh, that's my opinion. Just, straight up my opinion. They don't have to do that. They can do what they want, but I would say drop support to Quest 1. This is the answer I was referring to about the new tutorial system. New player onboarding is important, especially for Steam. It's important to nail the new users' experiences to stave off review bombs. That is true. Especially, yeah, because they could get a huge review bomb once they release to Steam. They really could. Because like a lot of the old players that hate that, like, have made a gripe about not getting updates, they might come through and review bomb it, which is very not accurate. The game is solid. Like, you will play easily 50 hours, 40 hours of the game before like you're bored of the game. And when you put it in that perspective, for a game that costs $10 on Quest, that's awesome. That's an amazing value for a game. Like, seriously. Like, I spend more money on a movie that costs that takes 2 hours of my life. 3 hours nowadays, I guess. But what? Because with all these 3 hour movies, I hate 3 hour movies. But yeah, I don't know. All right. Will a Township Tale ever officially support modding tools? We are not currently interested in supporting full modding capabilities of the game. I know it's a desire, but modding the game opens up a number of issues with the game that I don't think we're fully capable of supporting at this time. Interesting. If I were them, I would approach this as, yes, you can mod the game, Here's the code for how you can manipulate your servers or host your own servers. That would be awesome. I would love to host my own server. I could build a better server than whatever AWS is offering, or they're using AWS servers for. But with that, I could then mod the server, and you just literally put it in the hands of the modders. You just be like, it's not on us, it's on you, and just like give it to the modders, basically, whoever wants the mod at least. I agree, it's amazing value for the cost. I wonder if they will make it paid on Steam as well. I actually kind of want them to make it paid. With that said, if they make the game literally just $5, $10, it will reduce the amount of squeakers, if I can use that term, in the game by so much. So if you're on a server, like a public server, and a squeaker referring to somebody that's like very irritating, screaming in their mic and doing just you know, griefing all the time. One of those people, if you ban them from that server on PCVR, they could easily just make another account in a couple minutes and then come back on and annoy the crap out of you again. But if you make it like even at $5, $10, $1, it makes it so that that person, oftentimes a kid, it makes it so that they have to have a credit card or a way of pay for that. And oftentimes, at least when I was a young person, I never had access to a credit card. My parents wouldn't let me have access to a credit card. So it would reduce those interactions, those like griefing interactions, which is very helpful. So yeah. Hi Raven Plays, how are you doing? Price keeps out some unwanted and undesirable users. Yeah, just like I was saying, yeah, we're on the same page. All right, that's it from me. Hope this has been helpful and you get something out of it. The emojis are really helpful for me to see what people are excited about, to keep using them. Have a great weekend. What is this saying right here? Contempt. Contempt? What is that? That's supposed to be a T? Contempt? I don't know. Interesting. It got a lot of negative reviews. 8 people. Who are these people? Why is it not letting me see this? I think it's Rubik. I don't know. Maybe that's, I don't know these. I'm trying to like tell by whatever. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Downvote. Oh, he just got a lot of bad downvotes. Oh, it's funny. Like these, it's just gonna be so many negative reactions to a lot of stuff. Like this right here, this is positive reactions for the most part, but you can see the ones that people are like negative reactions to, like this stuff. Like be like, oh no, it's sad. Oh, you gotta love it. Well, Derek, you had a good try with your answers. Yeah, and your answers were mild. I don't think I learned a single thing. Yeah, I don't think I learned a single thing from this. Other than, I think the key takeaways are this one. So it's coming to Steam next year, maybe. What was the other one? So coming to Steam next year. If this is correct, Forest will be before Trials for Quest when they do come out, which is still has a while to go. Revival system and tutorial is primary right now. Revival system probably coming out in a month or two. That's actually, I'm guessing revival system will come out in November. That's my guess. We'll see though. We'll see if I'm right. I was right last time. Actually, was I right last time? Last time I made a guess of when a system was coming out, it was the climbing tower. And I was actually correct. Yeah, it was last year summer. I guessed when the climbing tower was coming out. I was saying more towards fall, November-ish time, like the holiday time, and I think I got it right on basically, or just a little bit before that, I think it came out. But yeah, overall, some good information came from this video. Some of the answers were very vague and not important. I like the attempt and look forward to more attempts at communication in the future. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thanks, Viz for all your input and everything. What other stuff? Did we get anything else? I think it's just literally the quest or force before combat trials. The tutorial being reworked. I guess we kind of have been hinted at the tutorial being reworked several occasions. Coming out on Steam. That's gonna be awesome. I really can't wait for that to happen. That's gonna be a great day when it comes out on Steam. And Yeah. Oh, I guess we're getting a Halloween update soon. That's 4, or Halloween cosmetics, new Halloween cosmetics. That's gonna be great. I love Halloween cosmetics. What are your thoughts on like? Blah, 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 blah. I think that's it. So we're just got 4 big things, or 4 decent size-ish of new things, I guess. Other than that, it's all very vague, and I guess that's it. Oh, did they open this up again? I think they opened this up again. Oh, this is the Q&A discussion. I thought this was the Q&A, the questions. It's not opened. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, well, what's going on here in this chat? I'm kind of curious because I posted. I don't know. I don't think there's anything new that I posted. I'm sure a lot of people can see why. Probably because a majority of the answers were practically the same. So around 20 of like 50 questions have a unique answer. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say unless you guys want to ask me my opinion on things. I've already stated my opinion on like a few things, and I've tried to keep my answers and my opinions very reasonable, with explanations of why I think that way. So I don't know. If somebody has a problem with it, just comment down below. I don't know. I'd love to hear if I'm taken out of context, if it's bad or not. Tutorial hunger system. Oh yeah, they did something to say something about the hunger system, didn't they? I think the hunger system is just fine how it is, to be honest, but whatever. Revive system, forced before trials, new roadmap terms, new Halloween are the big takeaways. Yeah, and Steam, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well, if you guys like this video, like, subscribe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually download this video once it's done processing, download this live stream. I'm going to upload it to my new YouTube channel. It's Omega Tail. That's where I'm going to be posting a lot more updates of Township Tail. All my tutorials and everything is going to be uploaded over there. I'm trying to migrate. I'm trying to get my whole channel off of a Township Tail and move a Township Tail to its own channel. And then I will upload a Township Tail gameplay roleplay videos like the Township Tail SMP that will be on this channel. But anything relating to lore, cosmetics, updates, I might double upload. I don't know if that's even a good thing. And all that stuff, that's going to be uploaded onto my new Omega Tail channel. And I don't know, I could probably play around with that name for the channel. I don't know, I just thought Omega Tail. I don't know. But yeah, go like, subscribe to that channel as well. And yeah, I'll see you all guys later. 57 minutes of a live stream. Nice, nice. And thanks for all the input. I'll see y'all later, guys.